What's up, podcast fans? This is a very special episode of the Million Pound Mission podcast, where you're going to get to listen in as I do a strategy session with one of my coaching clients for my Transformation ReBoot program. The goal of each one of these strategy sessions is to help my client identify, analyze, and prepare ahead for their top transformation danger zones. If you think that you could benefit from a coaching session like this, you can head on over to millionpoundmission.com and check out all of the information on my Transformation ReBoot membership. Now, let's dive into the episode. All right, Lindsay, welcome to your hot seat. What would you like to focus on this time?
You know, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I was trying to think about this all morning, and I feel like where I'm at right now, with both my nutrition and my fitness, nothing is really great, but nothing is really bad either, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I started a new job 2 months ago, and that's going really well. So I'm really focused on that, which isn't a bad thing, but I've definitely lost some of the focus on my fitness and nutrition. I'm pretty much just I'm getting by, but I would like for it to be a little bit better on both ends, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Well, when you look at kind of the pie chart of life, as we grow one area, as far as focus goes, then other areas will shift as far as, how much mental energy we're able to put into it. So, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that we've kind of found a maintenance happy place as you grow this other area with the career path and all that. And, you're kind of going with that. So that makes sense. That I would actually look at that as a win that we didn't tank with our fitness, because that's what a lot of people do. Is new job, big transition, different schedule. I'm going to just close my eyes and not even think about any of this stuff. So you're thinking about it. We've got that that plate spinning nicely, and it's maintaining. So I would say, as we continue to settle in and solidify the new career path, the new job, then we can start to shift back and be like, all right, what am I really fired up about with fitness? Or what would be really cool to achieve? Maybe we set an obstacle course race out there for you, or some sort of, a thing that you're a triathlon, a sprint triathlon, or something like that you'd be like, I'd be psyched to do that. Or, a kayak race, or, anything. I know you have access to all sorts of cool stuff out there where you live. So something like that to train for. And then I think that would really get you going. Then maybe you have a friend that does it with you, and can kind of start layering in community and accountability on top of that. So I think something like that would be the next step to think about. So is that jiving with you at all?
I'm not really into the races and triathlons and stuff.
Yeah, but a thing though is what I'm saying. Just finding a thing to shoot for.
No, I definitely, I see what you mean. I just have to figure out what that thing would be for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have any desire to do an obstacle race. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do have my pole fitness. That's where I'm going this morning. So if I choose to do the client showcase again, that's in the spring. So that's a big focus point for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And I have been trying just my pull up thing, just trying to do smaller things to get stronger.
Yep.
Even on the days where I'm not really maybe necessarily exercising. So I want to keep going with that. I feel if I could even just walk more or something, find the time, because I'm at work all day.
Yeah.
Then I pretty much just come home and make dinner and go to bed. So if I don't exercise in the morning, I don't exercise.
Yeah.
So even just there's really no reason why I can't go for a 10 or 15 minute walk in the evenings. Yeah. But it just, it always feels like I'm so busy. It just doesn't feel like there's time.
Yeah. Well, you could set a goal with steps. You could set a total time walked goal. I love that showcase goal. I think that, because I know that the pole fitness is something that you are very consistent with.
Yeah.
It's something that if you feel like you're performing well, then you're probably eating well. You're probably, your core is nice and strong. You have good base strength levels. It might motivate you and be like, well, I'm going to improve my pull-up ability because that's going to help with this routine for the showcase, and I'm going to look better in my tank top that I'm wearing or whatever. that's what we need to find, is that goalpost. And then we start saying, well, if I do this, then that improves my performance there. If I eat this, it improves my performance there, and give you something to strive towards. I like that.
I mean, that's not till April. So I really I need to think about like a more of a short-term goal, I think.
Well, I think what we would do is, I mean, I like that as a benchmark goal. So that's something that we shoot for. And then we say, all right, what are the smaller goalposts to build towards that? And that's the one that's closer to you. So maybe it's, I want to be able to do 5 consecutive pull-ups in a row, because I know that improves my performance at Showcase. And that's something that we can set a goal for and train for right now. And the little daily routine of, okay, if I want to be able to do 5 consecutive, then I want to be able to make sure that I do 15 pull-ups throughout the day, and just do the accumulation training that we talked about on the group chat. So things like that, like we can, I like that April's a little bit out there. It's not, I mean, it's not next month, but we got a little bit of time to train for it, but that we set that as an important goalpost, and then build backwards from there with like the mini goals. And that way you just have things that you can knock out. And the mini goals would be more like show up based goals, attendance based goals, not I will weigh this, or I will lose weight this number, but more of I will do this many total pull-ups this month. I will walk this many steps this month. I will have this many minutes. And that's just show up and do it type goals that build towards the big ones. I feel like you'll get good momentum out of that. So is that making sense so far?
Yeah, definitely. I should probably maybe my next habit tracking thing should be doing pull-ups.
It's like you're reading my mind. You are in my head reading my mind right now.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So I check off every day that I do at least a few pull-ups.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So, and be as specific as possible. I mean, it could be, I did at least 1 pull-up, or I did at least 5 pull-ups, or whatever. Set that number out there.
Yeah.
And that way track that in the new battle plan workbook.
Yeah, exactly.
And that'll be a good
and right now I'm doing them assisted. So but I feel like it's easy to see progress, because you start with the heaviest band, and I'll move to the lighter band, and the lighter band, and then body weight would be the ultimate one.
Yeah.
So
I would look at a realistic, I don't want you, okay. So with pull-ups, we have to watch a couple of things. We have to watch elbows, forearms, shoulders, and the back of your shoulder, where your lat and shoulder meet up back here, for overtraining. All right.
Right.
So if you are constantly aching sore, or if you get aching, burning down your arm, that means we're doing a little bit too much.
Right.
So we want to train below that level, and using the bands. So I don't want you sore every day. I don't want you having that ache every day.
Okay.
So we need to set it at a level that isn't overtraining.
Okay.
Right? So, and also making sure that you are getting some good flexibility, and some focused mobility with your shoulders, pushing shoulders back in the socket, stretching your triceps, stretching your lats. That's going to be important.
Right.
Do you have a lacrosse ball?
Oh, tennis ball.
Find something hard. I would find a hard ball, even a lot of dog toys, just something that's dense. All right.
I could get one. Yeah.
Golf ball would work too. It's gonna be more pressure point because it's smaller. But doing some rolling across your shoulders, down your biceps tendon, getting that sucker back in there, pushing up against the wall and just back and forth. Your shoulder blade, tracing your shoulder blade, your scapula between your spine and your shoulder blade.
Okay.
That will all really help to make sure that we don't overtrain. That's the only thing I'm worried about. And if you do start to feel those symptoms, tag me in, and I'll be okay, let's step back to this amount. But you want it to be, what you don't want it to be is max effort every time. So if you're going to do a band assisted pull up, throughout the day, think about each time you do a set, go to 60 to 75% max effort. So if you could do 10, do 6. Okay. And then, next time you get up to go to the bathroom and walk through the door, you do another 6, or it's just building.
I'm not, because
effort.
I don't have it at work. So I'm not doing it all throughout the day. It will be maybe just a set in the morning and a set in the evening or something like that.
That works. That works.
So that makes sense about the not overtraining. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So that, you got some homework. I would seriously think about committing to that Showcase, so we have that endpoint. But then with this next workbook that we start tomorrow, I really like that pull-up tracker, and come up with a good number. Maybe even bounce it by me and send me, if you need my validation on that, like I think I'm going to do 15 a day or something like that, or whatever makes sense to you. Then I'd say we take action on it. I think we'll be good.
Okay.
Cool.
Right, cool.
Excellent.
Work's a little crazy this week. I have a couple of days where I have to be there at 5. So that's going to impact my workouts for sure. But I think if I can get like 2 actual strength workouts in and then focus on doing some pull-ups, that will be okay.
Yeah. And the nice thing about pull-ups is like, that is such a great exercise that, I mean, it helps a lot. What a lot of people don't realize is that I've seen a study where they tested abdominal activation. And they tested all these different ab exercises, and the number 2 ranked ab exercise as far as activation goes is pull-ups.
Wow.
Yeah. Especially when you're doing, with the band, that takes away some of the abdominal activation, but you're still like, you'll notice as you get lighter in those bands, your abs will start getting sore because you're operating from a fully stretched position, and you have to engage and tighten your spine, which your abs do as you pull through that range of motion. You can't be a wet floppy noodle, or it's not going to happen.
Right. Yeah.
So you get so much benefit out of upper back training. Any pulling is super healthy for your shoulders, as long as we don't overdo it. But I really, really like that as just a nice compound, moving your body through space movement. And you can also mix in like holds at the top, 90-degree holds, all that stuff. And it's going to, you can get a lot of benefit from it. So I'm on team pull up, team Lindsay all the way. I think it's a great choice.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, Lindsay. Well, I appreciate you. Get out there and have fun. You get some beach time today?
No, we're bottling wine today.
Oh, well, you have the sign that says "I gone to the beach." So, maybe.
No, this is like this is my parents' house. Like I just had my room decorated all beach themed.
Nice.
No, we're bottling wine today, so that's always a challenge. I have to drink a whole lot of wine.
Bring the pull-up bar with you and just lodge it into a doorway. And like, every bottle of wine, I have to do X amount of pull-ups.
Oh, my brother has one in his old room, but I didn't bring the bands. I could try to do one.
Just do a hang. Just do a 90-degree hang or a hold at the top, and you're good.
But I am going to a pole class this morning before I bottle the wine. So starting off on a positive note there.
Hell yeah. All right, cool. Well, have fun at class, and go ahead and sign up for that showcase while you're at it. All right.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
Cool. All right, Lindsay, have a good day. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you're someone that has been sucked into that black hole of weight loss doom, where you lose that weight, you gain it back over and over and over again, I would love to help you out by providing you with some coaching, a rock solid monthly game plan, and I'm going to plug you into an amazing transformation tribe of like-minded people. Head on over to millionpoundmission.com and get all of the information on my Transformation ReBoot membership. See you on the next episode.